If I had to describe ayanokoji in one word, it would be composed. In the world of anime, you'd be hard-pressed to find another character as disturbingly calm and unfazed, no matter the chaos that unfolds around him. But how exactly did ayanokoji get to this level? What techniques did he use? And more importantly, can you get to his level too? This is what you will learn in this video on how to control your emotions like ayanokoji. Well, let me get straight to the point. While ayanokoji is indeed a fictional character, that doesn't mean his traits are necessarily beyond reach. In fact, research shows there are specific and practical ways that can help you develop the kind of emotional control that allows you to remain as composed as ayanokoji. This video will guide you through these techniques in 3 stages: the behavioral stage, the physiological stage, and the mental stage. Now, before we get straight to the juice, all I ask is that you give your full attention and watch until the end. I truly believe that this video could change your life if you just give it the chance to do so, but the choice to make that happen is entirely yours. How do you look when you are nervous or stressed? Really take a second to think about it. Most likely, you show clear signs of anxiety through your body language and facial expressions, perhaps fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, or adopting a tense posture. Now, the key part is that these physical manifestations not only communicate your unease to others, but actually also amplify your own feelings of stress. Here's where the concept of fake it till you make it becomes crucial. As I just mentioned, when you're feeling anxious, your body often reacts in ways that can make you feel even more stressed. This feedback loop between your body and mind can often create a cycle that's hard to break. But we can also use this concept to our advantage, because consciously adopting a composed stance can conversely have a positive effect on your emotional state. For instance, research has found that adopting expansive postures, like standing with your shoulders back and your chest open, can improve self-confidence and reduce anxiety. So, practically speaking, how can you best leverage this information? Well, we can divide it into 3 parts. First, practice controlling your facial expressions to project calmness. This involves relaxing your jaw, smoothing out any furrows in your brow, and maintaining a neutral or slight, relaxed smile. Second, work on adopting a strong, open posture. Stand or sit with your shoulders back, head held high, and feet firmly planted. This posture, again, not only conveys confidence to others, but also helps you feel more grounded and less anxious. Third, control your movements. For that, avoid fidgeting or any erratic behaviors. Instead, use deliberate, measured actions. When you move intentionally and with purpose, you signal to both yourself and others that you are in control. Also, to effectively implement these techniques, start by practicing in low-stress environments. For example, before a presentation, take a few moments to adjust your posture and facial expressions in front of a mirror. With time, these behaviors will become second nature, and you'll find it easier to maintain a calm exterior even in high-pressure situations. But to reach the emotional control of ayanokoji, you need to go beyond body language. This stage is going to be about how to become a master of your breathing, and you are even going to learn about the fastest, scientifically proven way to physiologically reduce your levels of stress that you can do anywhere. But before, we have to address one major problem: overbreathing. You heard right. Most people actually breathe far too much and exacerbate their feelings of anxiety in that way. But the good news is that there is an exercise which can combat this. I am talking about box breathing. Do box breathing even just once or twice a week for a few minutes, and you will greatly improve your efficiency of breathing and shift yourself away from overbreathing when at rest, even if you're not consciously thinking about it. What exactly do you have to do? Box breathing involves equal duration phases of inhaling, holding, exhaling, and holding again. The specific duration for each phase should be decided by you individually, but usually 4 seconds is a good place to start. What you will notice is that after doing this breathing exercise for a few weeks, it will become very easy. And in that case, I recommend to slightly increase the duration. Now let's talk about the exercise which I mentioned at the start of this segment. The physiological sigh is a powerful and scientifically backed breathing technique that is going to instantly level up your emotional control. You can do this exercise whenever and wherever you need, and the best part is, it only takes a few seconds. Here's how it works. Start by taking a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs as much as possible. Immediately follow this with a second sharp inhale to fully inflate your lungs. Then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth. This simple pattern, deep inhale, sharp inhale, slow exhale, helps reset your respiratory system and shift your body from a state of heightened arousal to a calmer, more balanced state. Try it out right now. Notice how this breathing pattern acts as a quick regulator and really feel how it helps to bring your autonomic nervous system back into balance. For even greater benefits, you can practice cyclic sighing. This involves repeating the physiological sigh for a duration of 5 minutes. By doing so, you not only experience immediate stress relief, but also get a prolonged reduction in stress levels throughout the entire 24-hour period. But to truly master breathing techniques for composure on the level of ayanokoji kyotaka, there's an important detail you need to understand. Do you know why the physiological sigh you just practiced made you feel calmer? The secret lies in the way your breath affects your body's physiology, and it's a principle that underpins all effective breathing techniques. The physiological sigh promotes calmness because the exhalation is longer than the inhalation. This slows down your heart rate because when you exhale, your diaphragm moves up, which compresses the space around your heart. And yes, this actually reduces the volume of your heart. Now, the smaller volume of your heart leads to accelerated blood flow, which sends a signal to your nervous system to slow down the heart rate to compensate. Essentially, the act of exhaling deeply forces your body to calm down. The opposite happens when you inhale deeply. To leverage this knowledge and optimize your breathing techniques, combine them with the visualization of whatever the technique should achieve. So, as you exhale, consciously visualize your diaphragm rising and compressing your heart, and then imagine your heart slowing down. Now that you have mastered the body for emotional control, let's finally move on to the mind. The mental stage is where true mastery over your emotions begins. Here is where meditation comes in, but with a twist, because the truth is that you have probably done it wrong before. This makes meditation not just useless, but even potentially bad for you. So how do you meditate correctly? Well, you have to consider a few things. One of the first decisions to make is whether to focus inward or outward during meditation. Focusing inward involves turning your attention to your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations, while focusing outward means directing your awareness to the external environment, sounds, sights, or physical surroundings. For emotional control, the importance of this distinction cannot be overstated, because if you tend to overthink or feel overwhelmed by anxious thoughts, inward-focused meditation might actually amplify these feelings. In this case, outward-focused meditation, where you anchor your attention to the present moment and your external environment, can be more beneficial. On the other hand, if you're someone who feels disconnected from your own emotions or body, inward-focused meditation might help you regain that connection, which would allow you to process your emotions more effectively. To find out which type of meditation you need, try this simple test. Spend a few moments focusing internally, then shift to focusing externally. Whichever feels easier is likely where your mental habits are currently strongest, and counterintuitively, you should choose the opposite focus. On screen, you'll now see 3 meditation techniques. Based on the test you just did, choose the one that challenges you the most. If both felt similar, try the third option instead. But that is still not all. When it comes to your breathing while meditating, remember that the more you focus on your breath, the more interoceptive your meditation becomes. And finally, I recommend an approach which prioritizes consistency over duration. Instead of aiming for lengthy meditation sessions that you might struggle to maintain, start with just 1 minute a day. This small commitment removes the biggest barrier, getting started. Once you build the habit, you'll often find yourself meditating longer naturally. But the most important thing is to meditate every day. Okay, now you are all set up to skyrocket your emotional control. On a side note, if I could help you with this guide, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. This really helps me to produce better and more frequent videos for you. Thank you for watching, and you got this, bro.